Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Here, it is Wednesday afternoon. It is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that means, once again, for the 259th week, it is time for Wednesday Afternoon Live with me, the SaleenDriver. You can see a picture of her right there on your screen. I am the host of the longest running Wednesday afternoon live stream in all of YouTube that I know of. This is the show that we hope proves day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, that we are the definitive live stream about nothing in particular. I always say that. It always sounds good. And I'm sure that this week we will discuss things that are about nothing in particular. We always do. We bounce around all kinds of different subjects. And even though the audience isn't as big as it used to be, probably because I've become somewhat persona non grata in the college football trash talk community for whatever reason, maybe it's because everyone thinks I'm boring at this point, but I don't care much. But we will try and do it again. Let's see. Matt Dumit, first guy in the comment box. Good to see you, sir. Steve Pearson's here. Good to see you, sir. I'm sure other people will stroll in here now and then. Raj. And we'll have a little fun. Let's see. We can talk about all kinds of things. We can talk about the recently wrapped up college basketball, playoffs. I thought that Lou, we all know my friend Lou. See, hey, there's Harry Legs. Good to see you, sir. I think it was Lou that said, I think it was yesterday, that he said now Michigan finally has a national championship they can be proud of. I thought that was a very poignant thing to say. Mr. Sharpton, good to see you. Happy Wednesday to you as well. I thought that was a very good line, considering that their last basketball natty is not exactly something that they should be proud of, and certainly the last football natty isn't something to be proud of either. Let's hope that we don't find out sometime down the road that this national championship team cheated like all the other ones did. Mr. Sancho, how you doing, sir? Good to see you. But yes, we did see Michigan claim a national championship in basketball. I saw a graphic yesterday that said that only 3 schools out there hold championships, multiple championships in both football and basketball. I believe one of them was Michigan, obviously. The other one was the University of Florida. The University of Florida also being the only school to win 3 natties in both basketball and football. And I believe the third one was, I think it was USC. I think. I have to look that up. But that's pretty rarefied air that Michigan and Florida occupy. Yeah, there is renovations going to be going on at the swamp. I understand that while they're renovating the swamp, they are going to make very sure that they do not reduce the overall seating capacity of the swamp. Because I had heard um, stories that when they renovate the swamp, they're actually going to cut the number of seats in the stadium. And I guess the story that I read seemed to refute that. The swamp is, of course, like almost every other stadium out there, is always in need of constant upgrades and improvements. I mean, you just can't let a stadium sit, and unchanged for decades and decades. I mean, we are, after all, not the Ivy League. um, but yeah, the swamp is going to be going through some renovations that will hopefully make it an even better place to play football. And maybe, just maybe, even a worse place for opposing teams to come in and play football. Although with this current coaching staff, I have my doubts. I saw a video yesterday that Lou put up that says that he wouldn't be surprised if Florida could come up with 8 wins next year. Okay, I appreciate the compliment. Maybe it's sort of a backhand compliment, but personally, I don't see it. I don't see. I see 6 wins, maybe. I don't see 8 wins coming out of this team. Even with a good running back room and a good wide receiver room, okay, we have the second or third best wide receiver room in the SEC. Terrific. Who's going to throw the ball? I don't know. A retread from Georgia Tech? Wonderful. A freshman? Or I guess he'd be a sophomore at this point, or maybe he's a redshirt freshman. I don't know what his status is. It don't look good. It don't look good. Hate to pay the maintenance on any major stadium. Well, you don't have to. Well, I have to with Florida because I'm a taxpayer. And it is, after all, a public university. So part of my taxes for the state of Florida goes to the university system, which I don't mind. I'd rather it go to the university system than to welfare programs for deadbeats in Dade County. But, that's just me. For all the deadbeats in Dade County, round them up and send them to Alligator Alcatraz, as far as I'm concerned. Of course, you'd overpopulate the entire Everglades that way, but maybe that's got to happen. I don't know. We could talk. We could talk about what's going on in the Middle East if you want to do that. Although, that's sort of a touchy subject for some folks, and for some folks, they just they don't know anything and they think they do, so they spout off junk, and they have no idea what they're talking about. We can talk about pro sports. Hockey and basketball are in their final stretch of the regular season. And as a matter of fact, I believe that the NHL season is going to come to an end this week. I think we're in the last few games. Basketball, I don't really know much about that. Masters, yeah, we could talk about the Masters. That's coming to Augusta pretty soon. I'm not a big golf guy. As a matter of fact, I've never played the sport unless you count the putt-putt style golf, which, you don't. But that's about as close as I've ever come to hitting a golf ball. My grandpa, my dad, my mom's father was an avid golfer until his health gave out. He couldn't physically do it anymore. Then he became a really good poker player. But he tried to get me interested in golf, and I couldn't do it. Par 3 today, I don't know what that means. Is it some kind of special tournament at the Masters or something? I don't know what that means. Is the Masters this weekend? I honestly don't know. It shows you how little I pay attention. Okay, the Masters is this weekend. Okay, so I guess par 3 is what? Some kind of, well, let me look that up. Masters are, no, it's a contest, you know. Oh, here we go. Masters Par 3 contest will be held on Wednesday, April 18th, starting at noon. So it's already been underway for a while. Of all the traditions at the Masters, none is more endearing than the annual Par 3 contest. The beloved event, held on Wednesday of tournament week and now televised around the world, is a family affair. Wives and girlfriends, children and grandchildren, and all serve as caddies. And so it's an exhibition. The contestant who has the most favorable score against par after 9 holes is declared the winner. Famously, no winner of the Par 3 contest has ever gone on to triumph in the Masters the same year. Not every Par 3 contestant posts a score. However, many prefer to enjoy a leisurely stroll around the 9 holes, occasionally having their caddies attempt a chip or pitch or tap in a putt. Okay. So it's cute. Okay. Vic is here. Excellent. Good to see you, sir. So if Par 3 is going on, then that obviously means that the Masters is this weekend. I'm sure Augusta looks like a circus, as I'm sure it always does. Fun fact, on a personal level, the neighborhood that I live in and my parents have lived in since the mid-'80s used to host an LPGA tournament, part of their national tour. For many, many years, the LPGA came to Sarasota and came to our golf course here and absolutely shredded this entire neighborhood with illegal parking and all kinds of nonsense. And basically, at some point, the homeowners association and Sarasota County in general decided to let the contract lapse and did not renew the contract with the LPGA and let the tournament go, to the disappointment of almost nobody, because it was just a disaster for this neighborhood. But you know, it's golf. Raj. So yeah, we can talk golf if you want to. I don't know much about golf. I freely admit that I'm not not much on golf. I know how golf score works. I know what a birdie is. I know what an eagle is. I know what a bogey is. I know what a double bogey is. I know that lowest score wins, not highest score. As far as the nuances and the strategies and all that of golf, no idea. And I don't even know how to swing a club properly. Well, Vic, I know from that type of question that it's a loaded question because of your outlook on life and so on and so forth. And I will answer that question with a qualified yes. It depends on what your idea of defeat is. I don't know what your idea of defeat is, but my idea of victory over the 7th century death cult, my interpretation of victory there is such that, yes, I do believe that we did defeat that nation. And I'm sure when I drop the link, which I'll do in a minute or two here, come on and we can discuss that if you want to. That's fine. But yes, I do believe that we did gain a victory against the Iranians. But if you have a different opinion, of course, I will. I'll hear it. Yeah, everyone's entitled to their opinion. 4 days. Hang on a minute. Okay, sorry. Zona Tucson, good to see you, sir. We missed you last week. You were actually mentioned last week with respect to Arizona, I guess, in their participation in the basketball championship. The video just popped up on my feed about, I don't know if you guys in Georgia heard about something called 404 Day in Atlanta. And evidently there was a shooting in what I guess is Piedmont Park. They killed a 16-year-old. They were supposed to be celebrating some kind of, Heritage Day or something like that, and, cultural awareness and everything like that. And somebody decided to display urban Atlanta culture by popping off gunfire in the middle of a crowded park, and a 16-year-old girl got killed. And everyone's lamenting that and so on and so forth. And it's like, yeah, well, yeah. Just another day in Metro Atlanta, I guess. Bunch of sickos. China has not invaded Taiwan yet. 8 more days. What? 8 more days until what? That's a new reference on me, so I'm not aware that there was a timetable for China to invade Taiwan. Drop the link. I noticed Sven is not here. I don't know where Sven is. Did he say he wasn't coming this week? I forgot. But then again, I forgot what I had for dinner last night, so that shouldn't surprise anyone that I forget things that happened a week ago. And while I'm at it, speaking of things, Raj, next week, the 15th, happy tax day, everyone. I still have yet to find a leftist who will pay my taxes for me, since leftists love taxes so much. I figured they love paying taxes. I figured they could pay mine. Oh, Zona and Lou have a bet that China invades Taiwan by April 16th. Who's on which side? Does Lou think that China will invade, or who's on what side there? Anyway, back to what I was saying. Next week, April 15th, I will not be live streaming. I will be in Italy, and therefore not able to live stream. Well, technically, I guess I could, but 3 p.m. Eastern would be 9 p.m. in Italy, and I'm not live streaming for 2 hours at 9 p.m. In the evening, when I will probably be out with family friends for that period of time. So no streaming for me on the 15th. I'll be back on the 22nd. If Vic wants to stream on the 15th, he is welcome to it. Otherwise, there will be no show of any kind unless Vic or somebody else decides to stream in that time period. I'm sure nobody will be terribly heartbroken, but I am going to be enjoying a nice week in Italy with my family. Nate the Great, who is 22 minutes late. Shame, sir. That's all right. Don't worry about it. Well, who? Okay, Zona and Lou had the bet. Who said that the invasion was going to happen, and who said it wasn't? No, I don't think there will be an invasion. I don't think China is going to invade Taiwan. I don't think China has the energy reserves to invade Taiwan. If the Straits of Hormuz is compromised and China gets all of their oil through the Straits of Hormuz, they don't have any energy. They don't have the energy reserves to mount an invasion of Taiwan. Traveling Fools is here. Well, TF is here. It's now officially a party. But I would expect Lou to bet that China would invade Taiwan. That's the way I see it. I think Lou took the side of China's going to invade, and Zona Tucson took the side of they're not. Fandy Dandy, good to see you, sir. Xi Jinping isn't dumb enough to do it. His enemies in China would use it to overthrow him. Well, there is that. I didn't think anyone was strong enough to challenge Xi Jinping. I mean, he does, after all, control the military. Unless they poison his egg Foo Young, how are they going to get to him? But then again, I don't know a hell of a lot about, palace intrigue in the People's Republic of China. Fleetwood just got a hole in one. Okay. Xi has lots of enemies within the CCP. I did not know that. But then again, China is not the monolithic, mega power that they've been made out to be. They have a lot of problems over there on their own. I don't think they need to compound their problems with an invasion of Taiwan, which may not go so good. I mean, they probably would eventually win, but I think the conflict would bloody them up so badly that even a victory would taste very, very bitter indeed. And I don't know what they would gain by conquering Taiwan. I don't think the Taiwanese economy is going to translate well into a totalitarian dictatorship. It certainly didn't work well with Hong Kong. But, what do I know? I'm just an old guy down here in the South trying to bang out a living. Yeah. The Xi purges claim the entire upper echelon of the military. Yeah, I heard about that. Dictators love to do purges. I think it's one of their favorite things to do. They just love to wipe out, get power and wipe out anyone who they think might even breathe the wrong way in their direction. Seen that throughout history. And probably the same thing happened in China. Well, definitely the same. Happened to Stalin. He came to power. He immediately wiped out anyone who could even think, and then wondered why his country shifted 25, 30 years in reverse. Hang on, Nate. Yeah, you ain't wrong. It was just in Hong Kong. It has gone, not went. It has gone downhill a lot. But yeah, that's because countries and city-states that have free economies don't do so well under a military-controlled, communist dictatorship.
What's up? Oh.
Who's the lady in the picture?
My mom.
Oh. That was going to be my first guess, but I didn't want to insult. What's going on, Nate?
Not much.
Yeah, get it out of the way. Is there going to be a shit show later?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay. So when I'm done here at 5, everyone head over to VicTube's channel and join the shit show. A good time will be had by all.
Yeah.
I'm actually heading out after this. I've got there's a dinner and celebration for the outgoing president of Ringling College of Art and Design. He's retiring after 25 or 26 years as president of the college, where the college has seen unprecedented growth and has turned into a world-class art college of art and design learning. And my parents have been very involved with the college for as long as he's been involved with the college. And he's finally retiring, so they're holding a final celebration for him. And also welcoming in the new guy who hopefully will be a decent fellow.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Who's Laura Rutledge? Why does that name sound familiar? Wait, isn't Laura Rutledge a sports reporter?
Huh.
I think Laura Rutledge is a sports reporter. Yeah, American reporter. ESPN sports broadcaster and sideline reporter. Okay. Oh, yeah, she's a pretty lady. Nice rack. Yeah, a little thin on the legs. Could stand to get not skip leg day, but very pretty lady. I agree. Anyway, what's new, Nate?
Not much. Just
You get ready to move?
yeah. I'm ready to move. I'm excited.
When does that happen, by the way?
Mid-May. I thought it was gonna be early May, but I was wrong. But it's, um, they usually pick a certain day for each tenant to move in, so it's not like everyone moves in one day.
Mhm.
So they have like it's a certain day for everyone to move in.
Let me ask a few questions. This is
Yeah.
a living situation for. How would you describe it? You described it better than I could.
Basically for people that need for special needs and stuff.
Okay. Are these full apartments? I mean, with kitchens and their own bathrooms and bedrooms and
Yep.
stuff, or do they have like a central? I mean, you could use your own kitchen, or do they also provide cooking services for you if you want?
Yeah, they have cooking services, or you can cook on your own as optional.
Okay. Are these? Do you pay rent to them, or is
Yeah,
this
I pay
subsidized by the
so
government? Or
so about that. I pay half the rent and half the rent. My parents have to pay half rent also. Like I'll pay the other half, and they pay the other half. So yeah. And,
okay,
um.
so you're going to have to work and get a you got a job or something, and
Yeah, part time, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough.
okay.
Um, but
You know what this sounds like, and I say this not absolutely not a dig, but as a description. This
yeah,
sounds like a lot of places we have around here where I live. There, it's assisted living for seniors. They
yeah,
have their own. They have their own apartments, complete with their own bedroom, bathroom, living room, little, small but functional kitchen, and they also
mhm.
have a common area where people can meet. They have
Yep,
their own
yep.
restaurant. They have their own activities. And you can choose the level of participation in the group activities and group meals,
That's
and
what exactly what it is.
be on your own.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Okay, except instead of seniors, it's young people like yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, I get the general principle.
Hmm.
You looking forward to this, or are you a little apprehensive, or
No, I just slept late. I would say,
I
like,
mean, you think this is something that you think you can handle?
yeah,
Because I got to tell you, when I finally moved out, obviously I had to move out when I went off to Florida,
uh-huh.
and I had to take care of myself for the first time in my life. There was a lot. It was a good learning curve, even though my folks had tried to train me to do all the basics and everything, and tried to give me as much knowledge and information as they could. But you can only teach for so long before you actually have to apply it.
Hmm.
I made plenty of mistakes, obviously, but managed to either get myself out of those mistakes or I was helped out. Um, so I was apprehensive when I left the nest,
Now, was it
but
scary at first year?
yeah, I admit there were more than a few times, in my freshman year where I was looked in the mirror and said, "What are you doing?" the hell are you? And it did not help that my first set of roommates at college were absolutely horrible people. I mean, I'm not just saying that I couldn't get along with them. I mean, two of them were drug dealing out of the room, and the third one was just I don't really know how to describe him. He was just
Sound like a
raving.
college kid.
Yeah, he was out of his mind.
But yeah, and basically, everything that you said about trying to do activities in the common area, that's basically what it is, um, and they do have ride shares for if you're go on a trip or something like that, they're gonna drop you off at the airport or something like that. I don't know,
Yeah.
but um, but the thing is, I don't know why they had this, but maybe it's because of security purposes. But they have for me, I had to have a list of people, not for mean purposes, but like for security purposes. Like, let's say, for example, if Vic wanted to come up and meet or visit me, I have to write his phone number down and his name down to, to for them to know who is and who else is not, Vic or something like that. It's like, I think it's stupid, but it's not really.
Well, no, that's pretty standard stuff. I mean, they want to know who's coming and going in their building. Security nowadays. I mean, this isn't the 1950s and 60s.
No.
This is sadly a much harsher and much more dangerous world than it used to be. And you gotta unfortunately restrict who's coming and going from the building. I mean, that was the way it was at UF back when I was there in the '80s, especially in the all girls dorms. They really, even back then, they really restricted who got in and out.
Yeah.
And I know that a classmate of mine, who I was not friends with, but at least on friendly terms with, she repeatedly let people in through a side door into an all girls dorm,
Mm.
bypassing security, and they, after 3 times of catching her doing it, they expelled her, and then they blackballed her from the state university system, so she couldn't get in. She couldn't get in to any of the state universities.
Oh.
Vandy Dandy says Nate is like one of the influencers on Instagram, always on vacation.
True.
Okay.
I mean, he's not wrong about the vacation part.
Well, you are an international man of leisure.
Yeah.
Well, what is your? I forgot. What is your part-time job? I forgot what that was.
Dishwasher.
Where?
Oh, where is that? Senior living facility.
Oh, okay. Well, that can't be a terrible job.
Yeah, it's not really a terrible job. It's
Just
gets
wear
really,
gloves.
yeah. Well, it gets really busy at some times of the day, which is because there's only one dishwasher, like one dishwasher worker to work on dishes, not two, because I don't know why, but I would like to have two because one do the dishes, one puts away the dishes, but we have one that does both. So
Well, it's obvious why they can't afford to pay they can't afford to pay the second person. Probably because minimum wage went up because of all the nonsense going on out there, and they said, okay, well, the minimum wage went up, so we can't afford to pay two workers, so we're going to fire one worker and keep the other one.
yeah, basically. But
That's
yeah,
what's happening. That's what's happening in Seattle right now. They're wondering, they just passed a minimum wage in Seattle that's some kind of ridiculous number, and they wonder why all the restaurants are closing in the city of Seattle. Because you price the labor right out of the market, you dumbasses.
mm-hmm.
That's what the Marxists and the college campuses can never figure out, why their brilliant faculty lounge ideas don't work in the real world.
Yep.
And they wonder why all the fast food restaurants are going to kiosks. I got a Panera right around the corner from me. Well, not literally, but right near me.
Mm-hmm.
Was set up with 5 cash registers.
And no one's out there.
And it used to be that 3 or 4 of them were always turned on and had somebody taking orders.
Mm-hmm.
Not anymore. Maybe one or two, maybe. And they have 3. No, they just put in a 4th kiosk.
Mm.
Not really a kiosk, more like an iPad bolted to a stand.
Yeah.
And you just point and click. And they really encourage you to put your order in through their app. And people wonder, oh, why do they do that? I said, because kiosks and apps don't require, Raj, kiosks and apps don't need to be paid.
What?
Yeah, they don't need to be paid. They don't need breaks. They work all the time. I refuse to use those digital ordering things. Well, sometimes you got no choice. I remember I had a road trip about a year ago. I had to drive across the state to get to the East Coast for an appointment. And about 3/4 of the way through, I was really hungry, so it was passing through a decently sized small town, and I pulled into a McDonald's. Because nothing hits the spot like a pack of chicken McNuggets. And the whole place was kiosks.
Mm-hmm.
The only people that were back there, in fact, they didn't even have a counter with cash registers and people manning them.
Yep.
The only purpose those people served was to bring the order out to you.
Yeah.
And there was like 1 or 2 people doing that. I was like, there was 8 kiosks. 4 of them back to back. Yeah, 4 of them back to back. And, they work fine. The app works even better.
Yeah.
Matt says, I either talk to a waiter or waitress or I don't eat them. I can understand that. I make them do it for me and then tell them I am paying cash and they have to do it at the register. At some point, that's not going to work anymore. It would not surprise me that maybe in my lifetime, which, I'm past 60 now, so I don't know how much more I have, but it wouldn't surprise me that certainly in your lifetime, Nate, that cash becomes obsolete.
Nothing.
You either pay with an app on your phone or, some people are even talking about retina scan. They scan your eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's retina is blood vessels on their retina are like their fingerprints. Everyone is unique to that person. and either a fingerprint scan or retina scan to deduct directly from your bank account.
Right.
And cash goes the way of the dodo bird.
Yeah.
I mean, you've already heard that they're eliminating pennies.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to make any more pennies.
Yeah.
And eventually they're going to round up all the pennies and take them out of circulation. It may take a decade to do it, but eventually pennies are no longer going to be circulated.
Right. Now it will be like quarters, nickels, and whatever.
Well, you know, when I go to Italy, which I'm leaving on Friday, actually, when I go, the place I go to get my euros, right? Because obviously well, maybe not obviously, but when I want to do the euros, I want to do them here in a secure environment rather than standing with my back to everyone over an ATM that I don't know anything about. Anyway, their thing is when I come back, they will buy back at a reduced rate all my paper euros, but they don't want the coins. They don't want the coins at all. So whenever I've gone over there, and this will be the third year in a row, at the end of the trip or near the end of the trip, when I gather up all the coin euros that I have, 25-cent pieces or the one, the €1 and €2 are not paper, they're coin. I just give them to somebody on the street. They have either street vendors or they have people, playing music or whatever. I just give them to them because, they're not going to take them back here. What's up, Vic?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. So the coin euros I just dispose of to the street folks. They have this one girl. She's been there every time that we're there. She's same girl, same table. She sets up a table with glasses filled with different amounts of water, and then she rubs the rims of the glasses and plays musical tunes.
Oh, yeah.
It's always Harry Potter. So I've given her all my coins. Baby Danny says, I made a mistake of not changing Macau money before I left. Nobody anywhere exchanged it. Okay. Did not know that.
Yeah, Macau. It's like it's like the Las Vegas of China. Yeah.
Yeah. Every month that Putz emails me to tell me to pay my Allstate bill, and every month I've already paid it before he emails me. I don't know what this guy's major malfunction is. I don't know. Jerk off.
You're telling him to pay your State Farm bill when you paid it already.
Allstate.
Or your Allstate bill when you've paid it already. Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't very bright. But he's a nice guy. Nice guy, not terribly bright. Never cuts me a break on my auto insurance, even though I haven't made a claim since 1988.
Really? What happened in 1988?
I went to or was it 87?
Was that where your car got vandalized? We got the Florida State game.
Yeah. I forgot what year that was. Was it 87, 88, 89? Somewhere in there. We were at Florida State. We won. I came back to my car in the parking lot, and all my windows were either blown out or broken. and it was November, and I had to drive all the way back to Gainesville in the cold because it was a night game or afternoon game, whatever. It was cold, and luckily I was able to at least vacuum the car out, so I didn't have to sit on glass for too long. Anyway, good times. I think that was the last auto insurance claim I ever filed. So what's new, Vic?
Nothing.
Did you watch the finals of the basketball game?
Basketball? No, I did not.
You didn't watch it?
I didn't. I did not.
Raj, you gonna watch the Stanley Cup Finals or the Stanley Cup playoffs or the National Bitches Association playoffs? Or
The National Bitch Association playoffs, and I may watch a little. Yeah.
did the Hawks make it?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know if the Hawks made it or not, but they've been playing. But they've been playing a lot better without Trae Young than when they had Trae Young, according to Slita. But yeah, I know Trae Young. I guess he got injured. I guess so. But apparently they've been playing better without him. So.
Did you see this story that popped up a day or two ago? I thought was incredibly funny. Do you know who Angela Reese is?
No. Oh
She's
yeah, Angel Reese. Yeah, I know who she is. Yeah, she's the
big ratchet basketball
yeah, she's the
player.
girl. She looks like they said that she looks like Sid the Sloth from Ice Age. Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, she has eyelashes big enough to rate their own zip code.
That's right. Yeah, she's currently she's now playing for the Atlanta Dream. Yeah.
Yeah, she got traded from Chicago to Atlanta. And I thought that was hysterically funny because now the super ratchet from the WNBA is going home.
That's right. Yeah. So now we got the Dream. Yeah. Now we got Angel Reese and Brittany Griner.
So you got two players that can't play.
Right.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Right.
Brittany Grimes is a male who can't play basketball, and Angel Reese is a female who can't shoot.
Yeah.
Don't think the Atlanta Dream are going to be heading to the WNBA finals.
No, I don't really. And I mean, I don't really follow the Atlanta Dream anyway. So I mean,
I think the only purpose of women's college basketball is so that degenerate gamblers have something else to gamble on. Other than that, I can't see the purpose of the league. I remember that recently they were talking about going on strike and not playing until they got more money. I'm thinking to myself, does anyone really care? I mean, seriously, if the WNBA didn't tip off in 2026, would anyone be paying attention?
No.
No, not a bit of it. No. But then again, what do I know? But I will definitely be watching the NHL playoffs with great interest. As a matter of fact, the projection right now is, and we only got about a week left in the season. The projection right now is in the first round, the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Boston Bruins will be playing in the first round. And that don't look good for the Bruins. That's for damn sure.
I'm kind of done with Iserman. This was my last straw with him.
You're done. You're done with the what?
Stevie Eiserman.
He is.
Okay,
He's the
I don't, okay,
GM for
I don't know who
the.
that is.
He used to play for the Detroit Red Wings. I mean, Eiserman was the Red Wings for a long time, and now he's their general manager.
Yeah.
I don't think that Detroit made the playoffs. I'm going to look here real quick.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Israel broke the ceasefire because of Bibi Netanyahu. Yeah, couldn't leave Lebanon alone. So
Israel and Lebanon were not part of the ceasefire, so you can't say that Israel broke the ceasefire.
okay.
Yeah,
Lebanon's not
Detroit
part
is
of the,
not.
or
Detroit
that they
didn't make
want to that they want to they want to destroy all the villages in southern Lebanon.
Yeah, Detroit didn't make the playoffs. They're in 10th place with 4 games left.
Right.
They
So
haven't
anyways,
they haven't
yeah,
been mathematically eliminated yet.
yeah. I do know
But
that yeah, that Israel wants to destroy all the villages in southern Lebanon to create a buffer zone.
yeah,
Yeah.
Israel was not part of the ceasefire negotiations between U.S. and Iran.
Okay,
Lebanon was not part of the discussion of the ceasefire because
let's
Lebanon
still.
is not Iran.
Yeah, the thing
So
is,
Israel
so
did not.
what I was asking you about was about that they were threatening to destroy villages in southern Lebanon.
Well, the villages in southern Lebanon are where they're launching missiles into Israel. So I think the Israelis would have a vested interest in trying to stop that from happening. It would be the equivalent of Canada lobbing missiles across the river into Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. You would want to stop the missiles from being lobbed into Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's Ontario is the city across the river from Detroit, across the border,
across the Great Lakes. Yeah.
Yeah. So if Ontario was lobbing missiles into civilian populations of Detroit, I think the people of Detroit, Michigan, would have a vested interest.
They would respond by shooting missiles at civilians in Ontario. But
yeah. Battle Angel's here.
Okay.
A little late, but
Okay.
she's here. Good to see you.
Okay. Okay. So what about how they warned
I disagree.
Christians not to shelter Muslim refugees?
Who said that?
I don't know, but the Israel defense people, I guess, told them, they warned Christians not to house Muslim refugees. But
in what country?
I don't know, in Lebanon. Yeah.
If Christians want to shelter refugees, whether they're fellow Christians or Muslims or whatever, I'm not going to begrudge them to do that. I don't think they should for safety reasons, but I don't see what that has to do with Muslims indiscriminately firing missiles into Tel Aviv. I don't see the what is the word? I don't see the comparison. But you know, I never said I was the smartest man in the room, even though sometimes I am. But Israel and Lebanon, that's a separate issue from
Right, that's it's the
Iran, from the Iranians.
the Hezbollah, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what they're calling that? The terrorist group, right? The Hezbollah. Yeah, that apparently is being sponsored by Iran.
I don't think the Iranians are going to have the ability to back up this shipment tolls thing. I really don't think they can do it with a bunch of Boston whalers and a bunch of morons firing Kalashnikovs. When you're using A-10 Warthogs and Apache helicopters to run run air to ground and air to sea assaults in a theater of operations, it means you don't just have air dominance, it means you have air superiority. Ergo, the other side not only doesn't have an air force to come up and meet you, they don't even have SAM missile in a lot of surface to air missiles to come up at you. So I think the Iranians beating their chests on international radio saying we're going to ask for a toll or we're not letting you through. Yeah, I don't really see that being a viable option.
Yeah.
But then again, you know, what do I know?
It told us to be paid in Bitcoin. Yeah.
Who are you going to pay to? Who's going to collect?
I guess Iran. I guess the Iranian government. I guess.
How are they going to collect? And how are they going to single out? How are they going to, with no navy? How are they going to single out the tankers that pay from the tankers that don't? Yeah, I mean, I've heard of. I mean, if you've ever heard of the, the expression "great sound and fury," what was that Shakespeare quote? Let me look it up. Hang on.
What is life is but a walking shadow?
No, not that.
To be or not to be.
No, it was Macbeth.
Rome. Okay.
It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. That's basically what we're talking about here with the Iranians saying, we want tolls or you can't get through the Straits of Hormuz. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Okay.
That's what you have here.
Okay.
Now, that's one man's opinion.
Yeah. So anyway, what were we supposed to accomplish in Iran, and did we do that?
Well, what we were supposed to accomplish long term, we were supposed to accomplish their inability to gain possession of and therefore be able to use a nuclear weapon.
Okay.
We were supposed to eliminate their threat in the region, both from the air and from the sea. Done.
Mm-hmm.
We were supposed to eliminate their ability to launch missiles and drones at Israel or the other member states in the region who they are not. Remember, the Iranians are not Arabs; they're Persians.
Yeah,
that's a difference. Yep. We were supposed to eliminate the ability of the Iranians to threaten their Arab neighbors and to threaten Israel, and by greater extent threaten Europe and America.
So don't they? But
No.
don't they still have missiles and drones though?
No. Well, they may have
No.
some, but we've eliminated their ability to make more, and we've eliminated the ones that we found that were on the ground ready to be used. Now, we
Okay.
haven't obviously eliminated all of them, but they're not launching drone attacks and missile attacks by the hundreds anymore, are they?
Okay. No.
And
No.
every time they fire off a drone or a missile, the launch area is located, targeted, and destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Their air force has been destroyed. Their navy is been turned 100% into a submarine force. It's sitting at the bottom of the sea. We've eliminated their ability to create nuclear weapons, hopefully, and to the ability to use
Didn't
nuclear
we?
weapons.
I thought we already eliminated their ability to produce nuclear weapons in the Midnight Hammer.
Well, evidently, we didn't eliminate all of it because they were still enriching uranium. This is not.
Yep.
This is not something. This is not something that could be done overnight. It has to be a sustained
Yeah. Okay.
campaign.
Yeah, I'll bet Nate likes that name, Midnight Hammer. But yeah.
Yeah. Now, also remember that they did launch a missile at Diego Garcia, which is our combined U.S.-UK military base in the Indian Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fairly long way away from Iran, and they hit it with a missile. We didn't know they had that capability until they hit it with that missile. Now, what if that missile had had a nuclear payload on it? They would have wiped out Diego Garcia, which is not an insignificant naval and air base for the UK and the US.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have that capability anymore. We wiped it out.
No, they attacked Diego Garcia and not
Diego
Pavia.
Diego Pavia is safe and happy. And isn't he trying to play again at Vandy?
I think he tried. But I think he got denied. But yeah.
Okay, good. Anyway,
Diego Pavia wasn't trying to play again. I think you might have been thinking of Joey Aguilar, but yeah.
I don't know. I lose
but
track.
But he got rejected. Yeah, his court case. Well, he was denied during his.
Isn't that the guy at Ole Miss?
Court hearing? Yeah, he had his court hearing and he was denied. Joey Aguilar was, but
that's the guy from Ole Miss, or
no, that's the guy. That's the guy at Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
The guy at Tennessee had it sued the NCAA. He had a hearing and he lost the hearing. So, however, Trinidad Chambliss, the quarterback at Ole Miss, he won his case.
Stop it.
Yeah, he won his case, but now the NCAA is trying to appeal. But yeah.
The only thing I can say about all that is thank God. Now Florida has a lot of problems going into this year, but thank God the transfer portal extra eligibility bullshit isn't one of them. I mean, they got enough problems as it is.
That's right. Y'all already settled. Y'all settled the lawsuit with Jaden Rashada. So
yeah, I think Jaden Rashad has poisoned himself for the rest of college football.
Yes, he has.
Nobody wants to touch that dummy.
Well, apparently Mississippi State does, but yeah.
No, fine.
Yeah, I've talked to Sven. I've talked to Sven about it already. He says, Sven says that he didn't want him. So.
Well, if he goes to play for Mississippi
he didn't want him, but they got it
nowhere.
anyway. But I mean, he's not even gonna be the starter though. It's gonna be that Camario Taylor is projected to be the starter. So
Well, that's fine. I'm not worried about Mississippi State. I'm more worried about
yeah.
G5 Johnny,
Mhm.
sending our program into another tailspin.
Yeah, hopefully if he's another Sunbelt Billy, yeah.
Oh, he is Sunbelt Billy.
That's a game, by the way, just to point.
Well, I mean, you don't know that yet, but
6 points.
Well, I look at their 2 records in the Sun Belt, and they're almost identical.
yeah, maybe y'all shouldn't have fired Mullen, but
No, Mullen had to go.
We can expect some relief at the pump.
Mullen just wasn't going to do it either.
Plus, we're going to tell you about the fire.
well, I know maybe y'all should have kept McElwain then.
And giving you a first
Shut up, Jake.
for the rest of the week. I'll take you
No, Shark Humper was not going to do it either. Too much shucks.
Even though he had 2 good seasons, got fired after 1 bad one. So.
He had 2 good seasons with
yeah, it was Muschamp's defense.
With Moose Dump's defense.
Yeah.
And Moose Dump had a decent season or 2 with somebody else's offense.
Yeah, that was with Urban Meyer. Yeah, with Urban. Yeah, with Urban's
Moose Dump
yeah.
was a disaster. Shark Humper was a disaster.
There.
Mullen was a disaster. Sunbelt Billy was a disaster. G5 Johnny is going to be another disaster.
Well, I don't know. Was Mullen a disaster, or was it Todd Grantham that was the disaster? But
the captain is in charge of his crew.
Right, you're right. Yeah,
and
captain
Mullen
in charge of his crew. If one of his lieutenants is not doing his job very well, that's on the captain, yeah, to remove him, which he didn't do that. So
and Mullen couldn't, and Mullen was a lousy recruiter.
Yeah, he did. He didn't really like recruiting. I think someone asked him a question about recruiting. Well, it's like, we're not worried about that right now because we're during the season. We'll worry about that after the season's over.
There's no such thing
because I mean, exactly. Recruiting is year round. Yeah,
that's right. And if he didn't know that intuitively, then he doesn't need to be a head coach. One man's opinion.
Yep. Yeah, Philo. Yeah. Oh yeah. Philo left. Yeah, he's not at Georgia Tech anymore. So they're going to be starting. Fernando Mendoza's little brother. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't think the idea of a spin-off reject from Georgia Tech is going to be the answer for Florida.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh yeah.
But then again, I don't know if this guy is a freshman or a redshirt freshman or a sophomore.
Yeah. Now the guy at the Georgia Tech game who was sitting behind Rec Talk and Pete and all of them, who was saying Philo. I guess now he's never gonna get what he wants. They're not gonna put Philo in. So
I don't know who the quarterback for Florida is going to be. I don't even think they know who the quarterback's going to be.
It's going to be Philo. Yeah.
I think it should be the other guy whose name escapes me at the moment.
What you mean? His name was it Jones? Somebody was it like I think it was like somebody Jones or something.
Hang on, I'll look it up. I don't know why I can't think of it. Trammell Jones.
Yeah, Tramel Jones. Yeah.
Trammell, sorry.
What has been
Yeah.
stated.
He's a redshirt freshman.
But analysts say the fragile agreement doesn't guarantee oil tanks will be on the moon quickly. In fact, Iran halted
Yeah, I know that Octavian was trying to talk him up, yeah, and say that he's really good and that he's gonna ball out this year. But that's Octavian. So
I think it should be Jones, Philo, and Griffin in that order.
yeah,
But Philo's
yeah.
probably going to get the nod because he has familiarity
Yeah.
with the OC's system.
Yeah, that I guess
But,
I guess that's just Octavian talking about how he's going to ball out and he's gonna win the Heisman and
you
yeah,
know
don't
what?
believe anything
As a
Octavian
fellow
says.
as a
Exactly,
fellow
man.
Gator, as a Gator that's actually got both feet firmly rooted in reality, anything Octavian says to me is a joke. And Matt Dumit got it right. Don't believe anything Octavian is a loon. I love you, Octavian. If you're watching this now or later, love you, bro. But you're insane.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so after you get home from Italy, so you're gonna be wanting to do another Florida preview and prediction with me, Saleen?
On your channel?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, like we did last year.
Just need a little heads up on what day,
Okay.
so I can make sure that I make time for it.
Okay.
And do a little research so I don't come off sounding like an idiot.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be more than happy to do that.
Okay.
Just beat fucking Florida State. That's all I ask.
Yeah. Yep.
And maybe hold the Georgia victory to under 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, y'all have been doing pretty good in that department. I mean, Florida State, haven't y'all beat them like the last 2 years in a row? So
I'm fine with that.
Yep.
I'd like to beat Georgia again sometime in my lifetime.
Sometime, yeah. I'm sure you will at some point, but
yeah, probably after Kirby retires. Who knew? I mean, never heard of Kirby Smart before, and his first year at Georgia was a fucking disaster.
Well, I mean, Dan Mullen did it, so I guess it's possible. Yeah.
I got handed to Kirby Smart. After that first year when he kind of just stumbled out of the gate, man, he turned it on. He became one of the elite. He did a great job. Gotta say.
Have Octavian do the preview? No, I don't think so.
Oh, come on, that would be funny.
Yeah. It would be, but I think that's what the call-in shows are for. Yeah.
Oh, come on, Vic. That would be for you. That would be a clip fest. I mean, you could probably get a dozen stinger clips out of that one. He's crazy. He makes. What was that guy? That guy in Jasper.
Yeah, Lance.
Yeah, Lance from Jasper.
Yeah.
He was openly smoking pot on his stream. Octavian makes that guy look sane.
Yeah, when there's that other Florida fan that I forgot what his name is, the guy who lives in
George?
Oregon,
Yeah, George.
Oh yeah, George. Yeah, George.
Yeah, Octavian makes George look responsible. UF is lucky in getting to Duck Miami this year. Well, yeah, I guess. You need talent and culture to win football games. I agree with that. And we have talent. Florida has talent. Everyone says that Florida has talent and has access to great talent. I don't think they have a culture anymore because they have a series of, shit coaches. Octavian is high on bath salts. Well,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I think we lost Nate. Yeah, it looks like he's gone. Yeah.
Well, he's still there, isn't he?
Yeah, he's still there. He's just muted. Yeah. Yeah, you still there, Nate?
I'm doing something right now. Yeah.
He's probably eating.
Yeah.
Well, at least he muted himself, so we don't have to hear him chew. What else are you interested in?
All right. Well, I need to go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, I can carry the show, no problem. It's my show. I better carry it. At least he mutes himself when he goes to the bathroom now. We appreciate that, sir. We appreciate that. No, I mean, I guess to be fair to G5 Johnny, give him a chance, especially since he's not working with his own recruits and players the first year. He's still working with Sunbelt Billy Garbage. I mean, I don't think there's much of a chance of a good season out of Florida this year. I mean, at least the Gators are not going to be running a murderer's row gauntlet like they have the past 2 years. I mean, the past 2 years, they've had what most people consider to be either the toughest or top 3 toughest schedules in all of college football. They don't have that this year. They do have a bunch of games that are certainly winnable, but there are a bunch of games where even home field advantage isn't going to help them. I mean, I'll talk about that with Vic on his show. I'll do a little, once he gives me once I get home, obviously. I'll do some, deepish dive into the schedule and look at the different teams and give it a good think and see if I can come up with, I gave it a cursory look a while ago and I came up with 6-6. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we could do a little better than 6-6. I don't know, but it's not going to be a fun schedule to look at and think, they're certainly not making the playoffs. I mean, anyone who thinks Florida can make the playoffs this year or even next year, you are high on something that's way beyond bath salts, in my humble opinion. I don't know. Edmonton Oilers winning the Stanley Cup this year. Well, let's take a look at that. Hang on just a minute. Oh, let's see. Oops. Conference. Let's see. Eastern Conference, the Carolina Hurricanes are the top seed in the East, followed by Tampa, Buffalo, Montreal, scumbags, Pittsburgh, Boston, Ottawa, and the Flyers hold the last spot. Mhm. In the West, we have Colorado holding the top spot, not only in the West, but also they clinched the, looks like they've clinched the President's Trophy with the best record in the NHL, or are about to. Dallas is in second. Minnesota, Utah, Edmonton in fifth place. You think a fifth place team is going to win the Stanley Cup, huh? Vegas, Anaheim, and Nashville with a slim lead for the 8th and final playoff slot. The LA Kings and the San Jose Sharks are still in it. Maybe the Winnipeg Jets, although that's iffy. The teams that I know are not going to make the playoffs are Calgary, Chicago, and Vancouver in the West, and New Jersey, Toronto, Florida, and the Rangers in the East. So the Florida Panthers, who won 2 cups in a row, not going to play for a third cup. They're long eliminated. That team has been decimated by injuries throughout the year. Really hard to watch. But if the playoffs started right now, in the East, you would have Tampa squaring off against Boston. Tampa would have home ice advantage. Buffalo squaring off against Montreal. So for that season, I would be cheering for the Sabres. Carolina Hurricanes against the Ottawa Senators. Pittsburgh against the Flyers. Ooh. Pittsburgh versus Philly. Definitely a Flyers fan for that series. I hate Pittsburgh. Cindy Crybaby. Man, I hope somebody on the Flyers clocks his ass. In the West, you got Colorado versus Nashville in the opening round. Dallas versus Minnesota. Edmonton against Utah. And Vegas against the Anaheim Ducks. Don't really care too much about the West. Let's see. Of the 16 teams in the playoffs at the moment, 1, 2, 3 teams are from Canada. That's it. 3 of the 16 teams are Canadian-based teams. The rest are all American. So it may be, now remember, no Canadian hockey team since 93 has won the Stanley Cup. And so if my math is right, that's 2003, 13, 20. That's 32 years of no Canadian teams winning the Stanley Cup. And I think it's going to be 33 years because I don't see any of the Canadian-based teams making it to the finals.
Right, or maybe Edmonton, but
now Edmonton, they're the only team in the Western Conference coming out of Canada. All the other teams are American. That's a thin margin for the Canadian-based teams. You got Montreal, Ottawa, and Edmonton, the only Canadian-based teams to in the playoffs.
Oh yeah. Speaking of hockey, it's right. I need to tell you about the hockey game.
Oh yeah, you went to Oh, what was the name of the team?
The Rock
Augusta,
Lobsters. No,
Augusta,
Athens. No,
Athens,
Athens. Uh,
Athens,
Rock Lobsters. Yeah.
Rock Lobsters. Yeah. How'd that go? Did you
Yeah,
enjoy
it
yourself?
was. Yeah, it was great. It was fun. Yeah.
Hockey is a great sport to watch live, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it was. I liked watching the fights. Yeah, we had a couple of fights. Yeah, we had a lot of guys getting slammed into the wall. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in the minor league hockey, at the minor league level, there's a lot more physicality
Yeah.
than at the NHL level.
Right. Yeah. 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 When they would throw somebody in the wall and go, bong. Yeah. Yes, they
Could you follow
flashed
the
into like
game pretty
the
well? I mean, did you follow the rules pretty well?
yeah. I think I did. Yeah. Yeah. So
Hockey is
anyway, so we
hockey
ended up.
is a great
Yeah,
game to
we ended.
watch live.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we ended up losing the game, 4-3. But
Oh,
yeah,
I'm sorry about that.
yes, we lost the game. So it was like with like 3 minutes left, we were down like 4-2. So then we emptied
Pulled the
the
goal.
net to
Yeah,
yeah, we
you
took the
pulled the
we took
goalie
the
for an
goalie
empty.
out. Yeah, we took the goalie out to play 6-on-5, and we managed to score one goal. But and then we had and then we had like one shot at it with the 9 seconds left. Yeah, we got into like a face off with the 9 seconds left. So we had sort of like one shot to tie the game and go to overtime. But
Mhm.
yeah,
But
and then we
still,
ended up
had a
getting
good
we ended up winning the puck, but the couldn't get the shot to go. So
yep, great.
yes,
I'm
that was
glad you
the
had
end.
a
Yeah,
good
and then
time.
there was a big fight at the end of the game. But yeah,
Yeah. Who was the opponent?
it was the Indiana Sentinels.
Hmm.
And then it was Star Wars night. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Hang
Yes,
on
they
a
had like
minute.
some like special themed jerseys. They had like some clone trooper jerseys. Yeah. Yeah, or they had like these stormtrooper jerseys. Yeah, so I actually bought one of their special Star Wars jerseys. They had them on sale. Yeah, we got there early enough to to buy them. So yeah, and then we also got there were like people who were like dressed up as Star Wars characters, so we got to take pictures with the different characters before the game. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah, I don't know if you saw any of my Facebook posts or
I
not.
did. I did.
Yes,
Well,
it was
let's see.
me and
Now,
it was my friend Evan who took me. We've been buddies since middle school. So
now the Atlanta. I keep doing that. The Rock Lobsters are still in first
yeah,
place
they're
in their
in
division,
yeah.
and
Yeah, that was
they
the
clinched a playoff spot.
that was the last game of the regular season. So yeah.
Hmm. They let's see. In the Continental Division, it's the Rock Lobsters, the Monroe Moccasins, the Columbus River Dragons, and the PD Ice Cats are all in the playoffs.
Hmm.
Out of the Empire Division are Birmingham Black Bears, the Port Huron Prowlers, the Blue Ridge Bobcats, and the Topeka Scarecrows are all in the playoffs. And the Twin City Thunder, Baton Rouge, Zydeco, the Biloxi Breakers, the Danbury Hat Tricks, the Watertown Wolves and the Indiana Sentinels are all eliminated from the playoffs. I don't know, when do the playoffs start?
I think they start. I think they start this weekend. I think. Yeah.
Schedule. Hang on.
Yeah. So apparently you can actually watch the Rock Lobsters games on YouTube. Apparently they have a YouTube channel where you can watch the games. So I'll definitely need to be watching during the playoffs. So
Hang on a minute.
yeah, I guess you can look up their
Yeah,
YouTube
the first
channel.
game, it looks like the first game for the Rock Lobsters is Friday the 10th at the Monroe Civic Center. So they're playing on the road against Monroe. And then they play again on Saturday. I guess that's the playoffs.
That's right. Yeah, I found their YouTube channel. Yeah, you can watch their games. They're going to be playing the Monroe Moccasins on April 11th. So
On April 10th. Well,
yes.
on
Or
April 10th.
it says April 11th, but yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes, you can
Well,
actually watch the game. You can just
first game
yeah,
is
you can subscribe to the Athens Rock Lobsters YouTube channel. Yeah,
I'll
and
do
they
that.
show live games. So,
Well,
yeah.
I will actually be at 7:00. Well, whenever time that is. Well, the game on Friday is at 8:00. I will actually be in Atlanta. I'll be at the airport. I'll be waiting to get on the flight to Italy, which is, hang on a minute.
Yes, and so never mind. It looks like this is actually not the last game. Apparently, the games this weekend is the end of the regular season. Yes,
Let's
looks like the
see.
playoffs don't.
Delta,
It looks like the playoffs don't start this week. Looks like they're not starting until next week. So
yeah,
I
at
was wrong. This is
5:35
actually
p.m. I'll be flying out of Atlanta. So by the time the game starts on Friday, I'll already be in the air.
so I was actually wrong. That was not the last game. It was the second to last series. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Beware the TSA, Saleen.
Huh?
The TA.
So the only TSA I'm going to have to deal with is in Sarasota. Once we land in Atlanta, I'll already be inside the security zone, so I don't have to worry about TSA.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say.
Besides, TSA is now getting paid again, so they should be back up to full staff.
I'm
Okay.
glad they're
You notice all the
they're being
stories went
paid
away.
again.
Yeah,
I'm
all
glad
those
that they're
stories went
getting
away.
that they're getting paid again, and now they don't have to deploy ICE to the airport. So that's good.
I still think there should be ICE at the airports. They start arresting illegals at the airports. Why not? Okay, so Joshua thinks that
I don't know
why
arrest people. Why arrest people who are trying to leave? I mean, I guess you could arrest them. I guess it would make more sense to arrest them if they're coming in. But yeah,
well,
I don't think it makes sense to arrest any illegals who are about to get on a plane and leave. So
well, if they're getting on a plane to leave the country, wonderful. But if they're getting on an airplane to fly domestically, arrest them. Get them out of here. Anyway, that's just the way I see it.
Yeah.
What do I know?
yeah, the Buffalo. Yeah. Joshua thinks that the Buffalo Sabres will win their first Stanley Cup.
It could happen.
Well, that's good. Yeah. I guess Buffalo. I guess Buffalo needs to win something. Yeah. Since I guess if the Bills aren't doing it, somebody's got to do it. But yeah.
Well, somebody's got to win something, right?
Yeah.
Vic, I got to jump off for 60 seconds. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Salene's got to go. Got to go check on his new watch. So I guess he'll be right back. Or I don't know if it's a watch, or I'm sure he probably got something in the mail. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I had a weird dream
Okay.
last night.
Okay.
I don't know why I had this dream, but whatever. Where I think Pete and Mrs. P and
Oh no.
not just that, me were playing golf or something
Okay.
like that.
No,
Okay.
no,
And
no new watch.
Good.
Vic, I had to
Okay.
respond to a voice message.
Oh, okay.
but
Yeah, I don't know. So it was you and it was you and Mrs. Pete. Yeah, I don't know if I like the
no,
direction where this is
no, you didn't.
going.
You didn't hear the fully. You didn't hear it, Vic Tube. I said Pete, Mrs. Pete, and I.
Okay.
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 We're golfing or something now,
Okay.
and some reason, I got a hole in one somehow, some way in this
Okay.
dream, and I got the wrong golf ball out, like pink, like Pete likes pink. I think so. I think I had the orange golf ball, whatever. I don't know, and I got that. I accidentally got the pink.
I'll be right back. Yeah, I think my eyes are kind of messed up. I'll be right back.
All right.
Take time. Take time. So
Anyways,
what's this about golf balls and Mr. and Mrs. Pete? What?
no. So I had a weird dream. I don't know why I had this dream. Don't know why. Anyways, Mrs. Pete, and I were golfing and somewhere in Charleston, right? And I got a hole in one of the holes. And Pete was putting, and once I, was trying to get my ball, I was trying, you're supposed to wait until the golfer puts the ball in the hole before you get the ball out the hole. So my dumbass wanted to get my ball, and I let Pete, put his pink ball in the hole, and for some reason I got his pink ball out accidentally, and he got my orange golf ball out and threw it in the rough. I was like, what the fuck? I said sorry when I had. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know why. That's just that was all.
Interesting. I
Yeah.
don't know what that dream means, but I'm sure somebody who interprets dreams could probably come up with something inventive.
Like I said, it was weird. That's all. That's about it. That's all I remember. I think it also. I think if I want to predict a Stanley Cup winner, I'm probably not going to pick the Tampa Bay Lightning because they have Corey Perry. Because everywhere Corey Perry goes, the team lose in the finals, but was a true fact. So I'm going to pick Tampa Bay Lightning. I really want my Red Wings to win, but they're not in the playoffs. I could actually see. I'm not saying what happened. I could see in my mind, Philadelphia. I don't know how that's going to go. Philadelphia in Boston. An old rivalry that back in the '80s or whatever.
Philly and Boston are both in the same conference.
Philadelphia and Boston. No, I
don't know.
I said in the conference final for now, and I said I see in my mind Philly and Boston of conference final if Boston's somehow lucky.
Boston doesn't have any good goaltending anymore, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I
don't
think they can make it out of the first round. Really,
I know. That's why I said if they're lucky to get out.
I think the Stanley Cup final is going to be the Carolina Hurricanes and the Colorado Avalanche.
I don't know. I heard the President's Trophy winners every year gets out of the first round.
Yeah, that happens a lot, but I don't know. I think Colorado might have the horsepower to power out this year.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I should say I think
I've watched the Avalanche play this year. They're scary good.
Oh yeah, and somehow the Dallas Stars is scary good too.
Yeah, I could see Colorado and Dallas playing in the Western Finals.
Yeah,
but
that'll be a good one Western Conference final because Mikko Rantanen used to play for the Avs a long time ago. Well, for a while, and now he plays for the Stars. But I don't know about Carolina though. They always choke in the conference finals. I mean, if they go in the conference finals, this has to be the year to overcome their choking in the conference finals. I mean, they're always very good in the regular season and always very good in the first round, second round, and chokes in the third round. So I don't know. But who knows?
Well, it's going to start pretty soon, so we'll find out.
I mean, I know you're not a Red Wings fan, but what's your thoughts if let's say if you were a Red Wings fan, if is Eisman the guy right now if they want to fire him because this is what gonna be 9 years in a row or 10 years in a row without the playoffs appearance. I can't remember, but this is just ridiculous. I mean, I get that he did well in Tampa.
I think it's Yzerman. I don't know if you have this level of sustained playoff drought and you're not putting the players on the ice. I mean, that's past the coach at that point. That's a general manager's problem. I think Stevie Y might be in over his head.
Yeah, and that's what
it might be time for a different approach.
Yeah, I mean, he might be good elsewhere, but not in Detroit. I mean, I was excited that he was, hired, but he hasn't done anything but, do minimal stuff than just draft picks.
It's kind of hard though to fire a legend.
That's true. I mean, but yeah, it's I think it's due time to. I don't know. I don't want to say it, but it probably has to. I have to say it. I probably want to fire Irishman. I mean, 9 years. Playoffs, yeah.
9 years without going to the playoffs.
Yeah, appearance. Yeah.
Well, that's as bad as the Falcons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, we've gone 18, 19, 20, 22.
Think about this,
23,
Vic.
24, 25. Yeah, so we've gone 8 years without the playoffs.
Vic, in Detroit Red Wings hasn't been to a playoff appearance since 2015.
Hmm.
That's bad.
That's very bad.
Yeah, that is bad. Yeah.
Especially for an original 6 team with that kind of legacy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
plus,
So are the Bruins any good this year?
No,
it's
not
somewhat
really.
good, but still.
No, are they in the are y'all in the playoffs?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, they'll be
No,
in the playoffs as a wild card, but their goaltending is pretty bad.
Swayman was a one-hit wonder.
2-year wonder.
Yeah.
That's because he had Olmark backing him up.
Yeah, true.
They got rid of they sent Olmark to Ottawa, and they both fell apart.
And would you like to have Hellebuck as your goaltender?
I'd like to have somebody other than Swayman as my goaltender.
Wait, you know Hellebuck won the gold medal for USA, right?
Yeah, but then again,
yeah.
so did Swayman.
That's true.
He was on the team.
Andre didn't do shit, or didn't even play in the gold or the Olympics. But anyways, I mean, we won gold. That's all that matters. I react to the Canadian reactions of losing for first time in forever. Like Canadian hockey fans, of like a compilation reaction. It's pretty funny. But yeah. Saleen, I know I already told Vic about this, but did you know Ballard slept on his own channel, live stream?
He did what?
He fell asleep while he was doing a live stream during the college basketball national championship, and he fell asleep during the game.
Oh my god, really?
And he started snoring. Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah,
Did somebody call him and wake him up?
I tried to, but I mean, and it wasn't working, so I left him.
Yeah, because you were in the StreamYard. Yeah, when it happened. Yeah.
Yeah, and plus I put the timestamps on when it happened, but it's pretty funny.
What's up, my friend? How are you today?
Watch 6-2.
Yeah.
Fell asleep.
I mean, I would fell asleep into that game for the first half, probably. That's about it. Because the first half of that game was boring as fuck. But yeah, I think the Big Ten's all sports superiority. Well, for the most sports, not baseball yet, because SEC owns baseball, which is sad.
Yeah.
And possibly softball too, I think.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty embarrassing. I'm not saying
the Big Ten is is not good in the ball and stick stuff. But yeah.
Well, I said, well, hockey. Well, that's basically hockey.
Oh,
And
oh yeah. Well, I mean, hockey is a puck and a stick, though.
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
A ball
baseball
and
and
stick.
softball. Yeah, baseball and softball are it is a ball and a stick. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. They actually used to have a they used to put ball and stick on ice. But
That's hockey, but it's with the puck though, because it's like
well,
it
around
has like a
yes.
flat. Yeah, it's flat on the top and the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I would actually like to, you guys have to. I would like another softball game.
Yeah.
That happens,
Yeah.
but probably won't. I don't know.
I don't know if Raj is gonna do another one, but yeah.
Well, I don't know. So maybe someone else could do it. I mean, I'm saying. Because
I
usually,
haven't seen Raj or anything in a long
Yeah,
time.
I've seen Raj. Yeah, he started a new channel. Yeah, where he was making like model cars.
hmm.
He did?
Yeah, so I guess like he and his son have started like building model cars together.
So I used to build.
I think he changed the name of his channel. He's now called JJ's Models.
Yeah, look that up. I used to build models, model airplanes, model cars, model ships.
Yeah.
Model cars and that model anything.
What, J, the letter J or J?
Yeah,
What?
it's JJ's Models. Yeah.
Yep.
JJ model making?
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah, that was called JJ's Models.
Maybe he changed it again. I don't know.
I don't know. We may have.
21,000 subscribers.
What?
Somehow I
No, that can't be it.
That'd be surprising though.
All right, y'all. You think about
There's another one called JJ
Yeah,
Model, but that's a girl.
Yeah, I'm already. That's probably a different kind of model. Yeah.
JJ Scale Bottles?
He probably already changed his name or channel name, probably.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'll see if I can. I'll look in my.
Yeah, see if you can find it.
I'll look in my subscription.
If you find it, drop the link in the chat for me, would you?
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it in my subscription list.
Yeah, see if you can find it.
Yeah.
You find it?
Yeah, still looking. Hold on.
I gotta go in a minute or two.
Okay.
So, are you doing a shit show? Vic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing this shit.
So everyone, in a minute here, click off and head over to.
I found it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Drop it in the chat for me.
Right.
But everyone, go head over to VicTube Productions
Copy link.
when we're done here and enjoy the Nate and Vic shit show. Or is it the Vic and Nate shit show? Something like that.
All right, yeah,
Oh, there it is.
there we go. Yeah, put it in the chat.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I like model cars. Videos. He's got, it says 67 videos, but only 6 of them are shown.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I'm going to subscribe. And that's it. I am now subscriber 306. And I encourage everyone to go subscribe to Jesse's new channel and give him some love. Thank you, Vic. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oops. Hold on. Okay. Anyway, I got to go because I got to get out of here and beat the rush hour traffic for the dinner celebration that I'm attending. Vic and Nate will be doing their show in just about 30 seconds. So I'm going to thank both of them for showing up.
Mm-hmm.
On the way out, please click the thumbs up button if you haven't already done it. I do appreciate that. I will take care of my mom. I always do. And thank you. And thank you. Thank you, Vic. Thank you. Appreciate it. As always.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Oh,
yeah, of course I'll be covering the show next week.
Okay, I was about that. So Vic will be doing the 15th, April 15th. He'll be doing the show at 3:00 as usual, or whenever he gets around to it. And we appreciate it. So, yeah. Anyway, for the rest of you, enjoy the rest of the week. Enjoy the weekend. I will be on an airplane in a couple of days on Friday. Lots of airplane. I do not enjoy flying, but I enjoy the destination that I'm getting to. So be a good time with my family in another land. And I will be the stranger in a strange land, except I know part of it. So it'll be good. I'll see you in 2 weeks for another episode of Wednesday Afternoon Live with me, the SaleenDriver. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe. Be well. Be careful out there. And I bid you peace.